my name is Honorable Commissioner Local Government Chieftaincy Affairs. What happened here today is that the government conducted a plebiscite for the Okon Aku Ohafia community and Ohafia local government. That's why we are all gathered and we have completed the process, and we are warmly received and hosted by the mayor of Ohafia. So we are about to go back to now. Well, my name is Honorable Commissioner Local Government Chieftaincy Affairs. What happened here today is that the government conducted a plebiscite for the Okon Aku Ohafia community and Ohafia local government. That's why we are all gathered and we have completed the process, and we are warmly received and hosted by the mayor of Ohafia. So we are about to go back to now. So I think the people won. It's been a long, rough battle in that community. They had conducted an election before. There were still issues after they conducted an election. Complaints and petitions from diverse quarters. Petitions were written to us. We decided to invite them. We invited the two groups to interview them. In the opinion of government, we decided to reconduct the election to ensure that the processes were followed. Because part of the complaints of one of the groups was that the last election was held in the house of the committee chairman. And another that one of the contestants was not allowed, the fifth contestant was not allowed to return his phone. And so we opened up the process once again because everybody had agreed, they had all agreed, both those who were for the person elected the last time and those who were against, had agreed that up to the point of the election day, that all the processes followed by the community, that they were right and just, and they were in support, that we didn't need to reproduce those processes. So what we did was to adopt the candidates that the community has said that these are our candidates, 5 of them, and we asked them to come to the plebiscite in the meeting we had last Tuesday in my office. And we all agreed, and they all agreed and signed as resolutions that it has to be done, repeated, and that the venue has to be Ohafia local government. Okon Aku Ohafia is not Ohafia local government. And so for the sake of peace, we decided that the people should come here and all the since 11 a.m. and we just completed the process. And incidentally, 68 persons voted. Okon Aku Ohafia, they have a tradition, they have a profession. There are people who form their electoral college. It's not everybody that votes in their election by their own constitution, by their own laws. Because it is not the government that chooses the national ruler for the people must choose. Where government comes in is where the people are unable to follow through the process. Government comes in to guide them, to ensure that there are no flouting of the laws and regulations, so that there is no breakdown of rules order within the community. So that's what we did today. And the people emphatically returned to the person they voted for the last time. So out of the 68 persons that represented the electoral college, one vote was voided. 67 massively voted for Chief Ndukwe Iko. Then it's also important that you note that the 4 people who contested today, out of them, 3 of them stepped down before the election in support of this gentleman. So I think the people have expressed their will, and it is the intention of the government of Abia State to stand by the will of the people.
Well, my name is Chief Eze-Elect, and I'm the mayor of Nnaka. I think my commissioner has said everything that is the play. And what I would like to add is that His Excellency in his wisdom has ordered the process that took place here today to maintain peace and also to assure the people of impartiality. We thank him all the and to our culture. So I wish the people of Okon well, and I urge them to abide by the position that they have taken today to return the people as they are good at next Nnaka. And I want to thank the Honorable Cabinet Secretary and all the directors that came from finding time to come here to ensure that we have
This Nnaka Magic Fingers, the National Vice President of Radio and Television, Rata, and the Chairman of this Committee on Selection and Installation of Nnaka and Eze-Elect, that was now being rerun today. Well, as a matter of fact, what we did today is a consummation of a process that was aimed towards bringing lasting peace back to Okon Aku community. Because a community without leadership is in the dark, dwelling in the dark. So today, people have been liberated by their choice of candidate for Nnaka. Then they've now elected their leader in a most transparent manner that the government have to supervise and ensure that everybody is satisfied the way it was done today. So today, Okon Aku, Autonomous Community of Ohafia, local government area of Abia State, have elected their Nnaka the fourth in the person of Chief Engineer Ndukwe Iko. We're going straight to the community to, continue the installation of leadership. He'll be presented to the people in the community, after which we come back here to the local government to continue. Then the local government will forward his credentials to the ministry, who will now take it to the governor. The local government and chieftaincy affairs ministry will give him the certificate, which they will certify it here, and the governor will give him the staff of office when he gets to Umwe. Of all the delegates that came, there was a void vote, but the other scores went exactly to him, because before the election, the other three contestants had stepped down, collapsed their structures to him. They've all made him a consensus candidate. They all said it's him that they want. Almost what played out in the first election came up. But this one was more like a tsunami, where all of them in unison said they've adopted him, they want him. But because the ministry wanted to be sure that what they said is what they stood by, they still went on to have the election. And it spoke by itself, because people did cast their ballots, and we had about 78 or 75 in that ratio. We had about 75 for 77, either 78, and there was a void vote. The other 68, there was a void vote. So the entire 67 went to Chief Engineer Ndukwe Iko. No, that vote went to another person.
Eze-Elect, Engineer Ndukwe Iko, Okon Aku Autonomous Community, Ohafia Local Government, Abia State. I am proud, I'm happy with the state government. I want to say kudos to His Excellency, Governor Otti, for being tenacious and purposeful to see that every part of the state experiences good governance. And the mayor of the local government, I won't leave him unthanked. I'll also thank the Commissioner for Local Government and Chieftaincy Matters for being such a wonderful man that carries justice in his hands. So I thank the people of Okon, the good people of Okon, for being resolute to see that things changes in that community. A lot of good news from Okon.